Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, and I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground.
Hey, frickin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson, dude. We got Aaron on the sticks, dude. What up, Aaron, my dog?
What up?
Just freaking posted right now, dude. I'm fired up, dude. You just did a little, just cruised around the country a little bit, dude. A little South by Southwest, dude, with the Friday Beers bros, dude. Then cruised out with my freaking bros, Chad and JT, up to the Bay Area, a little San Jose, a little SF, dude. Doing a little dup, dude. Enjoying myself, dude. Dude, it was sick, dude. I've never been to Austin before, a little festival, dude. I like cruising to festivals, dude. You know what I mean? You see, I thought it would be like a Coachella thing, like a big, like, grounds, but it really is like kind of more like an Edinburgh fringe fest where like every little part, like a ton of little stuff in Austin just becomes a venue, you know? Even like little pop-ups, dude. Like, you know, Round Table Pizza parking lot becomes a venue, dude. Throw up a freaking tent and let's go. Hire a DJ, dude. Maybe a few little comics or whatever. Do a screening of something, dude. A lot of freaking, dude. I was feeling my age, dude. I was cruising around, dude. Young people wearing fanny packs, vaping, dude. Whole area smelled like, you know, freaking black cherry, dude, up in the air, dude. Freaking smelled like lime essence, dude. Whatever flavor, you know, orange cream flavor vape, dude, cruising around, dude. And you know what I heard? You know what I heard the phrase a lot when I was out there, Aaron? I'm a party. I don't even care. I don't even care. Well, guess what, dude? I don't even care. Let's get fucked up. I don't even care. You know what, dude? I do care. Yet I'll still go out and party. And that's what really it's about. You know what I mean? Like, I got to go to work the next day, but I'm still going to party. You know what I'm saying? I do have a flight at 7 a.m., but I'm still going to get after it, house some barbecue and a nice little Lone Star. You know what I'm saying, dude? Thing is, though, you just might not recognize what my partying is. Like, I was absolutely raging, but I was just at a Bass Pro Shop sipping a scalding hot coffee, just walking around looking at the fish tank, just looking at all the outdoor equipment, wishing I knew how to use it, dude. Flagging down an expert, getting a warm body and being like, so, do you guys sell MREs here? Asking the guy, did you serve? Odds are you get a guy who served in some branch. Working at Bass Pro Shop, dude, retired dude, looking around. He's got stories. Just hearing one of those stories, sipping a scalding hot coffee, trying not to get burnt, dude, as I listen, dude. But that's fine if I burn my tongue because my ears are open, not my mouth, dude. I'm there gaining knowledge, and that's how I rage, dude. That's how I rage these days. So what? So what? And I do care. And I do got stuff going on because guess what? I'm skipping work. You know? But I'm not doing it on a dumb day. You know, I'm still skipping it on a day where I get PTO. I'm not a savage, dude. Anyway, dude, a bunch of young 20-year-olds yelling, I don't even care. How about you do care? Then go get schmammered. That's partying with stakes. You know what I'm talking about?
It's also like South by Southwest. You're not on Euphoria. Like,
yeah, this isn't Woodstock, dude.
Like no, I'm just saying, like, I don't even care. Like, you're at a festival. You're there to party. You're not just, it's not Wednesday and you're in high school.
That's exactly right, dude. Yeah, this festival's created for you to go rage. You know, if you're partying exactly, you know, during 10-minute passing period during class, then you got a problem. Then that needs to be addressed. Then yeah, you're on a Euphoria. Then it's a not fun show to watch, dude.
Yeah.
Take that, Euphoria, dude. Zing, bro. But anyway, dude, I was fired up to cruise to a festival, fired up to get out, do a little traveling, dude. San Jose was sick as hell, dude. Mellow town, dude. Mellow. San Francisco, nothing's open late, dude. Granted, we did a show on a Monday night, but I wanted to go and house a nice little burger, dude. Treat myself to something nice. Nothing's open, dude. Found like one diner. Yeah, I know. I was like, what, dude? Isn't this supposed to be like the Paris of the West, dude? New York of the West? Come on, bro. Come on, dude. So that was weird, but sick ass time cruising around, dude. And you know, it's March, dude. This is spring. This seems like this is festival season. This is spring break. And, you know, everyone's heard of St. Patty's Day. And what we're going to be talking about today is a day that I didn't even know about because my freaking dank ass fiance, his dank mom, cruised out. And, you know, she works in education and she's like, oh yeah, I'm flying back Monday. I'm like, dude, don't you work on Monday? She's like, no, it's a holiday in the Chicago area, dude, in the Midwest for this dude named Casimir Pulaski, dude. Maybe you heard of them, maybe you haven't. But first, before we get into that, dude, I just want to thank Dadgrass, dude. Organic CBD that relaxes your body and mellows your mind, dude. It's just, did you ever been too damn high, bro? Okay, with today's weed, it can be a dangerous game, bro. And we don't always have the time to play reefer roulette when we're looking to light up. So Dadgrass is reviving the pleasure of the casual smoke so you can chill out without the stress, dude. So it's legit, dude. And right now, Dadgrass is offering 20% off your first order at dadgrass.com/dank. That's dadgrass.com/dank for 20% off your first order, dude. And this episode is also sponsored by Coinbase, dude. Are you curious about crypto? Dude, I was. I'm into it now. I'm on the platform. It's very intuitive, dude. It's easy to use, and you can educate yourself. I'm in a legit text thread with my boys who are doing cryptocurrency as well, and it's been a really fun conversation. And diversifying the portfolio is always legit. So if you thought about entering the world of cryptocurrency but felt a little overwhelmed, Coinbase makes learning to buy and sell simple, dude. I agree with that. So for a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when you sign up today at coinbase.com/dankhistory. Sign up at coinbase.com/dankhistory for $10 in free Bitcoin. All right, dude. Casimir Pulaski, dude. Aaron, you're born in Chicago, dude.
That is correct.
You grew up in San Diego, dude. You've probably landed over there in Midway. And you get off and you get on Cicero and you start cruising out towards Pulasky Road before you hit 55 to get wherever you need to go. And what is Pulasky Road? Turns out it's named after this dude, Casimir Pulaski. Do you know who that guy is, Aaron?
Not a clue.
Okay. He is the founder of the American Cavalry, dude. He served in the Revolutionary War. He did a lot of legit things. And I'm saying right now I'm saying he. And this was the first thing that popped up on my research. There was a big mystery about where Casimir Pulaski's final resting place was, and we'll get into what that is. But it turns out they were able to exhume. They found out where it is, and they exhumed his remains. And through DNA testing and through what's it called, like comparative analysis with a proven relative of Casimir Pulaski, then there was confusion about whether it was his bones or not, because they say more than likely he was intersex. So he had a very like a wider pelvic, more of a female, traditionally female-looking pelvic bone structure, and they're like, oh no, these are the remains of a woman. And he had a smaller stature. It was probably only 5'1" to 5'4", and they go, oh yeah, he was probably intersex. Although, in his writings and everything that they've found, he did identify as a man, and he served as a general. And in his era, he served in the American Revolution. There was no female soldiers at that time.
Well, is there no consideration to the fact that he's in the cavalry, so he rode a horse his entire life, probably?
Yes, he did ride a horse.
Spread his pelvic bone somehow?
That is true. That is true. And that is why this in the article says most likely was. But, I'm sure they've done DNA testing on other, famous soldiers and everything, and maybe they didn't have that same bone structure thing going on.
They just dig up every cowboy.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
dude,
was this?
Dig up Wild Bill, dude. Dig up what's going on, dude. Hey, maybe.
Was Wyatt Earp intersex?
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know about this. I guess like a large percent of the population is like, as many people who are have red hair, like that. It's like a recessive trait to be born intersex, on par with having red hair, and that
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of more common than you would think. And then before we dive into the research, like doctors do quote corrective surgeries, right? Depending on like which way they will either like turn you into an innie or an outie, I don't know, and that can lead to issues later on in life. So according to this article, they were saying like doctors shouldn't do that, and but maybe they're just trying to like, the urologist usually comes in and does it and like makes like a medical choice to see what's going on. So I don't want to go down that road too much, but it sounds like it's it's interesting, and it's part of one of the reasons we study history. I'm starting to look up Casimir Pulaski, and now I'm talking about intersex and corrective changes and the morality and everything involved in that. So it's wild. And I'm looking up Casimir Pulaski going, hey, why does my frickin' future mother-in-law have the day off on Monday? Well, it turns out Casimir Pulaski, when there's an SKI in a name, usually a dead giveaway that it's Polish. Mm-hmm. And he's a Polish dude. And did you know, fun fact, that the biggest Polish population outside of Warsaw, do you know where it is?
Chicago.
Exactly, baby. Chicago. And so basically maybe the Chicago...
I think my family ended up there.
Right. Oh, yeah. You got Polish. I've got some Polish ancestry as well, too. And it's like, they were like, dude, they're looking around, probably partying in St. Patty's Day. And St. Patty's Day is huge in Chicago.
And they make the river green.
Yeah, they make the river green. And in fact, they do a thing that I just learned about, because in Austin, I told Joe Marisi I want barbecue. He's like, yeah, nah, it's St. Practice Day. I'm like, what? And he's wearing all green and his stuff. And this was like on Saturday the 12th, and you know, St. Patrick's is the 17th. I'm like, look down at my calendar, my watch. I'm like, what the hell, dude? And he's like, yeah, so since it's on a weekend, what you do is the Saturday before, you go out and you get absolutely blacked out drunk. And so he started to have like, you know, a little half and half, sipping on Guinness. I had a show that night, so I was just cruising on some teas and stuff, resting my instrument, dude. That's my voice. My voice is my instrument, dude. I say things like that now, you know, now that I'm podcasting, I have this instrument, dude. And so he's really taking care of it. But Joe is absolutely raging face. And so I was like learning, okay, so they had not only in Chicago do they have St. Patrick's Day, they have St. Practice Day. Polish communities looking around going, dude, we want a sick ass day. We want a holiday, dude. We want a day off. And since they have a big contingency there, they go to the legislative branch. There's a Polish dude gets elected, and this is taking place in the 80s. And they're like, all right, dude, well, we want a holiday, but who are we going to do it for? Well, who's a good American, dude, or someone who contributed, dude? And Casimir Pulaski, bro. In this episode, you're going to find out why. But in 1986, there was a bill that closed schools for the day, which is sick as hell. So there's nothing sicker than getting a holiday, dude, on a Monday, a little 3-day weekend. Let's go, dude. Not all school districts recognize it in the Chicago area. And it's so funny because Pulaski like never did anything in Chicago, but it's because they have this large Polish, Slavic American contingency there that they're like, basically like, we want a day off. And we want to do it for this. But the dude, he's a symbol of those who fought and died for liberty. And Casimir Pulaski was horny for liberty, bro. The dude tried to stage a rebellion in Poland against the Russians. This was like in the early, late 1600s, early 1700s. I think like 1772-ish. And it's unsuccessful. It doesn't work out, but he gets great experience managing or which I say commanding a cavalry. Once he loses that, he's like, look, dude, I'm out. I'm going to cruise over to, and there's this thing that happens in Poland called the first partition of Poland. It takes place in 1772. And there ends up being 3 of them. And they basically, the growth and power of the Russian Empire becomes threatened by the Kingdom of Prussia. That's like Hungary, Austria, Germany. And there's ruler of this thing called the Habsburg monarchy. And the motive behind this first partition was basically to create a buffer state and take more power. Like basically they're like, oh, we're going to cut off sections of Poland, but we want Poland to be here as like a buffer, but we still want more like resources from them. And it's so these bigger powers just kind of agreeing to have this buffer nation, and the Polish people are just getting boned over. And, you know, dudes like Casimir Pulaski are, you know, mounting up on their horse and trying to fight for their own lands. But, you know, these other empires around them are just too powerful, too many resources. And then they end up getting divided more and more, like 3 times over throughout the years. But Casimir Pulaski bones out, dude, and I'm sure a lot did. And he cruises to Paris, dude. He's in Paris, and he meets a dude there called B. Franklin, dude.
Oh, shit.
Maybe you heard of him, a little dude called Ben Franklin, just posted up in some bifocals, dude, having a sick-ass, bald, but, you know, the ultimate mullet, dude, of bald in the front and just freaking intellect in the back.
Skullet.
Exactly, dude. Rocking a skullet in some bifocals. And I mean, dude, you got to think, dude, we got to be very grateful for B. Franklin, dude. He was a beast. I mean, he discovers electricity. Without him, you don't get DJs. You don't get lava lamps. This podcast doesn't get pumped out. So he's just fire. True Renaissance man. Benjamin Franklin, dude, just being over there diplomating, dude. And he meets Casimir Pulaski, and he tells him, you know, they're probably posted up, dude, sipping on some legit ass, you know, Bordeaux because they're in Paris, sipping and enjoying some nice bread probably, and maybe a friggin' croissant, and maybe a chicken cordon bleu, dude, and just posted up talking about stately shit, stately affairs. And Pulaski's like, yeah, dude, I freaking ride horses, dude. I freaking command. I'm a beast. And then, you know, Benjamin Franklin's like, well, look, dude, there's taxation without representation going on. And I'm sure you are aware of that by being, you know, freaking straight up boked and freaking mulled over by the Prussians and the Russians, dude. And he's like, that's kind of happening with us and the British. And he's like, dude, I feel that, dude. And I'm horny for revolution, dude. I just wasn't successful, but I'd like to help you out if I can, lend you my services. And, you know, who's not going to the America for new opportunity? That's why people immigrate there. Casimir Pulaski, a freaking field commander, immigrates there for new opportunity. And as per the recommendation of B. Franklin to freaking George Washington, dude, you know, Franklin writes him a letter of rec. Then Pulaski writes himself a letter. He says, he goes, I came here where freedom is being defended, to serve it and to live or die for it. And Washington reads that and he's like, fuck yeah, bro. Let's get this dude a horse. So he gets this dude a horse. And good thing he does, because one of the things that Pulaski is credited with is helping save the life of Washington during this Battle of Brandywine on September 11th, 1777. Funny enough, September 11th, dude, in Pennsylvania. So basically what's happening, dude, is the British are dominating the American colonial forces, dude. And Pulaski's also very good at guerrilla warfare because he was fighting against, you know, basically invaders of Russia and Prussia. So he was good at sort of, you know, discovering routes and shit and making stuff happen. And he because of his experience in the field, he recognizes that Washington is doing a bad rear guard maneuvers and retreat of losing, and that the British are actually sending around a counterforce to cut off Washington's command, capture him. Perhaps, you know, in generally in those times, like, the British still wanted to rule the colonies, and they didn't want to like go and torch farmhouses and do like crazy gnarly battle tactics, because they wanted to still keep the people. So the British, not really in their defense, but from the angle they're fighting from, are fighting a somewhat of a difficult PR battle as well, you know, where they need to win, but they don't need to win really super, fucking gnarly. They don't want to turn America into like a parking lot, basically, right? They don't want to turn it into a roundtable parking lot and then pop up a DJ tent there and call it a festival later. They want to win the battle, but also not kill the spirit of the people. But here's the thing: it never works out for, you know, these imperial forces or these invaders. Look at Russia now. Look at America and Vietnam. People are going to fight in the streets. They're going to fight them. They're never going to assimilate. The people of the Ukraine are going to. They're not going to. They're already saying you're never going to be forgiven. We're not going to be. They're already distanced themselves more. So that's why you get dudes like in the movie The Patriot, like Colonel Ravington, and, you know, Cornwallis says, "Damn him, damn that man," when he goes out there and like burns barns and kills Mel Gibson's 8 kids. It's like, don't do that, dude. Yeah. So anyway, after that little tangent, Pulaski, with his, you know, trained eye and battlefield tactics and shit, he recognizes that the British are going to cut off Washington and capture his high command, capture Washington himself. In doing so, the process, perhaps Washington even gets killed. So that's why they're saying that he saved his life, because he takes Washington's personal guard, like a mounted soldiers of like 30 dudes, and he's like, you guys who aren't even like supposed to be involved in the battle, he's like, you guys come with me, let's go, we got to save Washington, dude. They freaking cruise through the woods, Swamp Fox style, go, they find a route, they're like, Washington, no, you got to come this way, and they end up like, you know, limiting casualties and saving Washington and his high command. in that moment. So that could have really changed. Imagine if Washington gets captured. Does he become the first president of the United States? Maybe not. If he gets killed, definitely doesn't. So, yeah, and that could have, and whoever takes Washington's spot, remember the founding fathers wanted him to be the king of America. He's like, no, I'm going to be the president, and I'm only going to do it for a few years. So this executive branch could have been way different, and who knows what happened. So Pulasky, in this moment, recognizing that, these small maneuvers, little things add up to, the ripple effect is huge. So after that, Washington's like, dude, Pulasky's an absolute beast. You're a general now, bro. And he's like, fuck yeah, dude. So he becomes a general at that point, dude. Gets assigned, and like I mentioned, there was really no cavalry. It was Washington's personal guard. And then he assigns him. Washington's like, we need to get this dude commanding horses immediately. And the cavalry was like, basically, they had artillery and cavalry were the strong arms of the, that's what the British really dominated in the discipline of their soldiers. So really, we needed that cavalry. And Pulasky was the founder of it, dude. So that's sick as hell, dude. And it's just dope. Anything on a horse is legit, dude. Even though I'm not good at riding horses, dude. So that's sick as hell. And so he becomes a brigadier general and the first commander of the American cavalry. There's the Pulasky Cavalry Legion, which fought the British in February 1779 in Charleston, South Carolina. And then Pulasky gets wounded on October 9th, 1779. So American Revolution's still going on, right? We celebrate Independence Day 1776, but it's not until like 81 or 83, I think, when we actually defeat the British. So he's 34 at this time. Think about it, dude. I'm almost there. I'm not a brigadier cavalry commander, but I do have my own lovemaking style at this point in my life. And I think that's something that I can rest my hat on. And I got solid bro vibes, So, Pulasky was a general. And look, compare and despair, you know what I mean? But I do like to look at Pulasky and say, hey, look, he lived an honorable life, fought for freedom, and was legit on a horse, and was an absolute beast. So I like to be like, hey, well, how can I emulate those type of things? And I think I do that by having sick ass energy and having my boys' backs. And that's honestly what Pulasky Day is all about. It's Pulasky had his bros' backs. He wasn't even American. He just came over and was like, dude, I get fired up on freedom, and I'm going to come over there and have meaning for my life. We're all searching for meaning and stuff like that. And, you got to ask yourself, what is your meaning? Mine is to freaking boost up with my boys. Have a freaking sick-ass pod with the Danktorians and freaking gain knowledge and be fired up as hell. And that's what it's all about. So grateful for this, dude. And honestly, it's probably a great-ass time due to freaking thank our freaking legit sponsors for this pod, dude, that they, augment this platform that we have. And one of those sponsors is Dadgrass, dude. Look, mellower vibes are a drop or a toke away with Dadgrass, dude. They'll take you back to a time when music was on vinyl, Delta was an airline, and hipsters were a style of jeans, dude. Sit back, light up, and chill out the old-fashioned way, dude. And I like to enjoy my pre-rolls, dude. When I'm on the golf course with the boys, I whip them out, dude. I know it's not going to look, dude, my game is very fragile. I get in my own dome, and I do not need too powerful of weed to get me in my own dome. But Dadgrass is that nice little mellow buzz that you're searching for, dude. It's that glass of wine, not the whole bottle, dude. The CBD, dude. Dadgrass newest classic formula CBD. And oh, dude, and they even got tinctures now, bro. So if you don't want that smoke or anything like that, you can just put a little drop in there, dude. Read everything on the bottle. It tells you how to do it, and it's nice and chill, dude. Put in a little glass of water if you want to, dude. Put it in your Gatorade if you want to. Just get after it, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude? And just be an absolute beast. So Dadgrass is legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your dome, dude. And here's the best part, bro. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the USA. It's super easy. So whether you're looking for a new buzz or a chill way to enjoy your old favorite, Dadgrass will leave you in a euphoric mood. And it does, dude. I'm out there on my balcony, dude, setting a good example for all the other chillers in my building, dude, because my balcony faces the courtyard, dude. I sparked that up, dude. No complaints, dude. Just out there cruising, listening to some good tunes, dude. Honestly, I do want to get a record player as decor, and if I do that, I'd really be setting the mood. So I'm fired up on that. I'm all about the pre-roll joints, dude. But, dude, check out that tincture, dude. So right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/dank. Go to dadgrass.com/dank for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/dank, dude. And this episode is also brought to you by Coinbase, dude. Look, cryptocurrency might feel like a secret or exclusive club, but Coinbase believes that everyone, everywhere should be able to get in the door. Whether you've been trading for years or just getting started, Coinbase can help. Dude, I was working a job, dude, driving a production truck, and my boy Ben was staring at his phone, and I'm like, dude, Ben, help me move this JL Fisher rig, dude. It's tough to navigate, bro. Things are like 1,000 pounds. I'm quick staring at your phone. He goes, hold up, dude. Making a trade over here. And I go, what? Let me check that out. He's on Coinbase, dude. He goes, yeah, you got to sign up, dude. It's fun. And look, diversity is good, dude. It's always good to diversify your financial portfolio, dude, legit. And it's very intuitive, dude. I'm looking at it, dude. You look at whatever type of currency you want to do, and you get on there. And I'm in a great text thread with my boys, dude, called the Crypto Boys, dude. And we talk shop, dude. It's really fun. We educate each other. And, you know, I get my daily breakdown on Coinbase, dude, right there on the app, dude. So it's just an easy and trusted platform to buy, sell, and spend cryptocurrency, dude. So if you're looking to get started, and honestly, if you're looking to diversify, get started, or searching for a better way to access crypto markets, start today with Coinbase, bro. So for a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when you sign up today at coinbase.com/dankhistory. Sign up at coinbase.com/dankhistory for $10 in free Bitcoin. This offer is for a limited time only, so be sure to sign up today. That's coinbase.com/dankhistory. All right, dude. Also, speaking of days, bro, Casimir Pulaski Day is typically the first Monday of March because he was born on March 6th, 1745 in Poland. So they try to do it right around that first Monday. Okay, dude. So we talked about Pulasky having Washington's back, dude, becoming a general. Then he's out there, dude, fighting for freedom, dude. Like this guy, he's horny to revolutionize. And he gets shot. He gets shot by grape shot in the leg. And grape shot is basically like, they call it grape shot because it's like a cluster of metal balls. And it kind of looks like a little grapevine, and you just throw that in the cannon and it cruises out and just rips you up in different ways. Very brutal. And he gets hit in his leg, and so he's injured on October 9th, 1779, and he gets loaded onto a ship nearby for the doctors to perform surgery on him. It ended up getting infected, probably gangrene. Infection spreads and he dies. Pretty common, you know, back in these days. There's no antibiotics. You know, amputation was the thing, but he got hit high up on his leg where it's like there's main arteries just going to bleed. They try to operate. Really nothing you can do. And then this is where that mystery element that I was telling you about before comes into play, because there was accounts saying that, he was never put on a boat. He was just died, and this was in Georgia, and they just buried him under there's a statue there, and like the spot where he died is where they put his body, and then there's another account that he was on the ship, and he took like 2 days to die, and then when he did, they just put him overboard, burial at sea like they would have done anyone. But then they go, no, he was a general. They would have kept his remains and given him a more honorable burial. After all, he's a brigadier general, saved George Washington's life. So there's like just basically this controversy about where everything is. And then, like I mentioned earlier, this pelvic bones, they exhumed twice actually throughout the years, and once in like later in like 1853. Technology wasn't as great then, and then again in the 90s, and then this analysis, they had the DNA, and then in 2010 when stuff got better, easier to test, that's when this intersex stuff came out and the DNA matching happened, where they're like, oh no, these are actually Pulasky's remains. So it did solve the mystery of who's actually buried here. Yes, it was him. And then it opened up this other chapter of, okay, he was actually probably intersex. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, mystery solved, dude, thanks to DNA testing, bro, which is legit. So they say while Pulasky identified as a man in terms of biology, he did not conform to binary definitions of male or female. And it's pretty gnarly that during this whole time, he was never actually an American. And this is, sort of an interesting chapter too. He was only given citizenship in 2009. President Barack Obama signed the joint resolution of the Senate and the House that made Pulasky an honorary U.S. citizen posthumously. So, when people try to, just give, beef on immigrants and stuff, it's like, bro, we're all immigrants. And guess what, dude? Pulasky was a beast who saved our first president. Oh, you like George Washington? Do you consider him an American, dude? Guess what, bro? Wouldn't be here without Pulasky, dude. And the Polish people of Chicago know that. And the Polish people of Chicago like to rage on that first Monday of March, or maybe sit back and kick their feet up and just go, hell yeah, dude. Thanks, Pulasky, dude. Fired up for your work, fired up for your sacrifice. And we're taking the day off because of that. So I'm all about day offs, dude. You know what I mean? I looked up how people celebrate. And, dude, they throw a little parade, a little festival, cruising around, getting their buzzki on, some traditional music, and just basically, no river green, none of that stuff, dude. No pinching each other, no wearing colors or anything like that. But just posted up, little festival, little parade. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go chill, eat some freaking dank ass kielbasa and call it a day, dude. So that's what's up, dude. Aaron.
Cool.
Fire, right?
Sure.
I'm all about learning about dudes that give us holidays.
I want like a little more sausage involved,
Oh yeah. Well, if Maurice's at that party, you got a big fat sausage involved, dude. Sure, I mean, kielbasa is basically, or was it kielbasi? Kielbasa is basically a sausage.
Yeah.
You're gonna house some of that sausage, dude.
Yeah.
Nice brat, dude. Let's go, bro. So that's sick as hell. Let's do a few questions and bone out, dude.
Sure.
Let's see here, dude. This is Credenza's Passionate Q. Dank questions, dank suggestions. Let's go, bro. Shredder, my dog, thank you for always raising my stoke in these trying times, especially on my drive to work. Let's go, dude. Where I'm usually the least stoked. I hear you, dude. The past year has been a rough one, and the show gives me something to laugh about and rock and look forward to. Thank you, dude. Fired up on that, dude. Which is ironic because while I love this show and going deep, I find the frat-like lifestyle toxic because of hazing and how some guys treat the ladies. Yep. But I also find the whole stoke humor ironically hilarious, which brings me to my cue. Who am I? Am I really a stoker at heart, or is it okay to enjoy the humor ironically? You could give my band Knights a shout out. That'd be sick as hell, dude. Let's go, dude. Knights, let's go, bro. KNIGHTS, fired up on that. We released an EP called What We Fall Prey To. I poured my freaking heart into it, dude. So hell yeah, bro. Let's go, dude. He's from Milwaukee, dude. And he's got a few fire suggestions here. I like it, dude. Matthew, dude. Dude, you can enjoy humor any way you want. It's subjective. I will never tell you what to not laugh or laugh at, dude. I mean, it's taste, right? So everyone has their own taste. It's sort of innate and built in, and probably informed by our experiences and our background and where we're from. So, but ironically, I mean, I hope not too ironically, like, especially with the frat boy stuff, that makes me think that, or are you being toxic and not treating ladies right, but then still laughing at the humor? I would say try not to do that. I would say try to be your best version of yourself, treat ladies with respect, and of course still get fucked up with your boys, but, don't force anyone to drink or do anything that they don't want to,
I don't know that our sensibility is frat at all. It's more bro than...
Yeah, that is true. Like, there's
none of us were in a frat.
Bro.
Right?
Yeah, I was not in a fraternity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, none of us. So, yeah, I mean...
Maybe Chad was. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have been. He might have been. He did rage face. And there's nothing wrong with melting face and just getting after licking your lips too much on the train as you go into San Francisco on Molly. That's tight, but, make sure you sit down when the conductor tells you to. But I would just say, dude, enjoy yourself. Be the best version of you can. Always challenge yourself to be better, dude. Look at Pulasky, bro. He lost one rebellion, dude. He said, let me go out and try to friggin' fight in another, bro. And some people might give him be like, hey, bro, but you bailed on your country. Did you bail on Poland? you know, that was something I thought about during this time too. And look, no one's perfect and everyone's on their own mission. I'm sure he had his reasons, and I'm sure he can make a great impact. And you know, America is an ally with Poland, so in the long run, I think it worked out.
I mean, they still had a cavalry all the way until World War II.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't
got
much,
blitzkrieged.
It wasn't much for German tanks, but
yeah, I don't think a thoroughbred stands up to a Panzer too well, dude. But yeah, bro, I'm fired up on you, and dude, good for having a band. I love that, bro. Get after it, dog. The Knights, let's go. I'd like to imagine you guys in full-on armor, just getting after it, Kiss style, dude. Sweating bullets under there, dude. All right, let's see. Let's do one more here. I think I got one more, then we'll belt out. Strider, is there a cause worth fighting for besides freedom and against oppression? Curious, Tom. Yeah, dude. I mean, having your boys' backs. Pulasky fought about that, right? I mean, injustice.
Yep.
You know?
Sure.
When good men do nothing is when evil prevails. So, yeah, dude, there's a lot. Loyalty. I'd go to bat, dude. I went to bat for one of my boys in Nooch. You know, he's the nug hero, dude. Cops pulled us over one time and he just charred down like friggin' half an ounce so quick just so that we couldn't get caught. And we're like, dude, he just took it right to the dome. And it was hefty. He hit it out of this 4-foot binger too. And he was able to hit it out of that binger. Luckily we were in a 4Runner SUV, so he was able to just really clear it out, and we had the moonroof open, so I'm sure the cops, when they rolled up, he just freaking was lickety split on the spot. He's like, that's the radiator. Oh, and exhaled hard. And it was this stuff called Yoda's brain. So it definitely fucking just sent him into orbit, dude. So then that binger was named Sputnik, so that's why he was in orbit. So yeah, I mean, dudes like Nooch, hero. So anyone who just, even heroes need help. So I think that's worth fighting for, Tom. So definitely remember that. And anyway, dude, that's the up. Casimir Pulaski, absolute beast. Didn't even know they had that day, but now I do. So if you're looking for an extra day off, just make sure you're in the Chicago area early March. Other than that, dude, stay stoked. Be our best selves. Keep gaining knowledge and sharing it, dude. That's how you live forever, bro. And have your boys' backs if I've learned anything today. Always questions, comments, suggestions, StriderWilsonShreds@gmail.com. Also check out the Patreon. I've been behind it on this month, but I'm going to put out some dank stuff on there this second half of March. So hell yeah. Stay stoked. Catch you guys on the next one. Lit.